you see him pulling up. Best move on over. Multi-faceted ninja coming in, I don't say I ain't told you. He's got a third row lifted, second gen backseat full of his soldiers. We going country to rap to R&B, baby, bring that big ol' bud over. Cause he do it all, baby, from begging to welding, raising 6 kids and making his girl feel like she's Helen of Troy. Yeah, he do it all, baby, yeah, he been through hell and he went from addiction to the kitchen, but no, he ain't telling us so. No, he ain't telling us so. Cause that's how legends are born. And if you know, you know. You can take a picture if you want, and then you best get gone.
All right, you guys, welcome back to another one. It's the one and only, the multifaceted ninja, the stay-at-home dad doing it all, from welding to baking and everything in between. Now, on our last video, we went through and we did the assembly, the wiring, and the installation on this front bumper from Yzona. At the end of that video, I told you guys that if it did good enough, we'd go ahead and we'd review another product from that same company. So here we are doing it again. Our friends over at Yzona went and sent us a roof rack for the 07 Tundra build. So in this video, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and get to the assembly, but first let's go ahead and get into the unboxing and see what we got. Oh man, I'm super stoked about this. So Yzona came through for us again and they hooked us up with light pods. Now this is the front plate on the roof rack. We'll make a separate video on installing the plug and play system we did on the bumper, and we'll go ahead and do that to this. But man, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get to the assembly and see what we got. All right, now here's a better view of what we got in the box. Now this is gonna be your front plate. This has the LED lights in it. That's gonna be the bungee net they gave you along with the hooks. Those are the 4 mounting brackets that actually go into the truck roof. And those 4 brackets will be mounted to the roof rack. This right here is gonna be the seal for the front lip to keep it from scratching the paint. And this will be all of your hardware. These are your 2 side panels, and those are your crossbars. So let's get into seeing what we got as far as hardware, and then we'll move on to the assembly. All right, you guys, so here is our bag of hardware. We're gonna go through and separate everything, see what we have, and we'll go from there. So these are gonna be the rivet nuts. Here's your little tool to install the rivet nuts. Now the way these work is you put them in to your sheet metal right into the roof. When you tighten this down, this whole thing crunches up on the piece of sheet metal, keeping these in place, leaving you a threaded hole. So let's go and continue to separate all of our stuff. So now that we've got all of our hardware laid out, we're gonna go ahead and go over what we got. Now we've got 10 of these rib nuts right here, along with the rib nut tool that we're gonna use to be able to get those installed. You've also got 8 of these. Now these are gonna be a little bit different than the other ones we have. So there's gonna be 8 of those. You're gonna have 32 of these, and these are the larger size. We're gonna have 8 of these smaller ones. We're gonna have 40 of these lock washers right here. You notice you got some smaller size lock washers here. We'll have 8 of those, along with a smaller size inner diameter washer. Right up here, you're gonna have 72 of the larger flat washers. We'll have 40 of these nuts right here, and that should pretty much wrap it up for all of the hardware. Now, next, we're gonna go ahead and get on to the assembly, so let's move on to that. I'm gonna give you a quick example on what a rivet nut is and what a rivet nut does. This is a rivet nut tool. They give you one in the package, so you can go ahead and use that one, or you can do what I've done here. I already had one, but you can buy one of these off of Amazon, and these are your rib nuts. Now, the concept of these is to go and put a threaded hole into something like sheet metal, or in this case, it'll be our roof. Now, we actually get some with the roof rack. So the way this works is you get your rivet nut tool along with your rivet nut. You open these up, you thread your rivet nut. The concept, when you put this into your roof, say this washer is your roof. The way these work, as you close down on this, it's gonna bulge around on the inside, as you can see here. And the more you tighten it, the more it squeezes it. Now what you should have, this, again, the washer representing the roof of your cab, you would now be left with a hole in your cab that you can then thread your bolts into. And that's how you would secure your roof rack to the cab of your truck. All right, so to get started, what you're gonna do is you wanna get that rubber trim piece and you wanna put it on the lip of your front panel. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna keep this panel from bumping and rubbing on the cab of your truck and ruining your paint. So once you get that done, we'll go ahead and we'll move on to the assembly. Make sure to grab your hardware. We're gonna need 24 of these M8 bolts, 24 of your lock washers, 24 of the nuts, and 48 of your flat washers. You're gonna get your bolt. You're gonna start by putting on your flat washer. Then you'll run this through the hole, and on the inside, you're gonna put a flat washer. Then you're gonna put your lock washer. And then we're gonna do our nut. And you repeat that step for every one of the holes going down, connecting on the crossbars along with the front panel. All right, you guys, so now that I've explained all of the hardware, we're gonna go and run down the line and do the assembly for all of the main components that make up the roof rack. And then we'll move on to taking a look at the wiring for the lights. So now we've got all of our hardware in. As far as tools, you're gonna need a size 14 socket as well as a size 5 Allen wrench. So go and get your tools. Let's tighten all these down. So we've got all of our hardware tightened down. We still have the roof rack flipped upside down just to make it a little bit easier to work on. Now what we're gonna be doing next is you're gonna get all the same hardware we just used, which is the M8 bolts, the washers, lock washers, and nuts. They're gonna be used to hold on these brackets to mount to the inside of the roof rack. And these are gonna be for the brackets that are bolted into the cab of the truck. So go get all of your tools and your correct hardware. Let's go and get these brackets mounted. All right, you guys, now that is gonna be a wrap on our assembly video. Now this Yzona roof rack is super impressive, and not only for the fact that it's got a nice, sleek, low profile, aggressive look, but it's also got a coating which is gonna be super durable, just like what's on our front bumper and our side steps. Now, one of the things that I love most about this company and these products is the fact that they also toss in the light pods, just like they've done for us in the front bumper. And that makes it nice because it's a hassle when you have to go out and actually buy those things separate once you get something like this. So huge shout out to Yzona for doing that for us. Now, if you liked this video and you want to see a part 2 of me going in and installing a plug and play wiring system, just like we did with the front bumper lights here, go ahead and smash that like button. And then if you don't subscribe, go ahead and do that too. Now, if this video helped you out at all, go and save it to one of your favorites, and also send it to somebody you know who's going through this same process, because it helps this channel out a lot. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you on the next one.
Aye. The multifaceted ninja, bruh. Who is that? Hey, let's get it, I'm a stay-at-home dad, about to kick a few rhymes. Multifaceted ninja, yeah, I'm one of a kind. You got some scrap metal, dog, I'm making it shine. Multifaceted ninja, everything on the line. Got the grill hot, shining in my denim. Ice cold beer, pretty women in the kitchen. I've been on a mission, you been missing. Listen, you don't wanna miss it, let's get it. Riding on the country roads, it's not a Tesla though. Riding through the woods, I'm on a tractor if I come up to your house. I got a casserole, holla if you need it, I'll bring that over. I'm on that gang shit. Kids and the wife, go for a cruise with the crew in the middle of the night. You better keep it cool, you don't wanna see me fight. Don't let the apron fool you, boy, I'm about that life. Yeah. Yeah. multifaceted ninja, bruh. Let's get it. I'm a stay-at-home dad, about to kick a few rhymes. Multifaceted ninja, yeah, I'm one of a kind. You got some scrap metal, dog, I'm making it shine. Multifaceted ninja, everything on the line. Got the grill hot, shining in my denim.